What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Grow. It's raining out a little bit today, but we're just in here kind of getting everything watered up, taking a look at things. So recently we started doing consulting. It's been a lot of fun. If anybody is interested in learning more about microgreens, if you want to have any type of conversation to start your journey, please reach out, shoot me a DM. I'd love to help get you started and get you going in the right direction. All right, so over the course of the last 2 months or so, I've been into about 60 different kitchens. I've been meeting with a lot of chefs. One thing that I noticed that kind of has been bothering me a little bit is like whenever I go into a restaurant, I can tell if a chef's gonna take me serious and if they're gonna buy my product before we even get into the conversation. A couple things just to keep in mind. So like if I walk up to a chef and a chef is telling me, like, if he makes a comment like, oh, you brought the expensive stuff, but it's a country club, you know? Like it probably means that he's not serious about using the product. He doesn't really understand the value of the product, or he's not used to spending that type of money on those types of products. So he's probably not really interested in using them. So if he hits me with a comment like that, then I can kind of say, okay, like, you know, it's not a no, but it's up in the air. Also, if I go in and he says, yeah, you know, I'm working with this person, and this person, what's your price? And I say, you know, and my price is $10 more than the competitor's price. Well, he's probably not going to stop buying the competitor's price if he's already happy with their product and he's happy with the quality and he's happy with the price that he's paying. And then also, if I go into a place and a chef just keeps on talking about this one company that they're working with, like, oh, I work with this person, and they're like sizing you up, like everything that you say. That person, that chef is committed to that grower, and it doesn't matter how good your product is or what you say to them, they're committed to them. And until that grower shows them that they can't be trusted, they're going to continue to work with them. So, you know, when you go in, you want to be gauging these things and you want to understand that, you know, it might not be that like you rub chef the wrong way or you did anything wrong. You know, like everybody has reasons for why they do what they do, but you don't want to waste a lot of time and energy trying to convince a chef that they should work for you. Like, pick up on these small things, and if they're not at the point where they're ready to work with you yet, give them space, give them time, and let them make the choice for themselves. Always take those things into consideration. And if you don't think that the chef is going to be a good fit, you don't have to make a big deal and say, you know what, chef, screw you. Like, you look at them, you shake their hand, you say, you know what, chef, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for meeting with me. You know, it doesn't sound like you guys are at the point where you're ready to use microgreens, but here's my business card. And if you get to a point where you'd like to revisit this conversation, please give me a call. And you shake their hand. And you don't leave the product, because you don't want to be giving out free product to just anybody. And you also want to show them that you're serious and you want to establish value. You know, if you leave your product, you just let them walk all over you, and then they're not going to take you serious. But if you don't leave the product and you establish value by being respectful, they're going to know that you mean business. And if they decide that they have a need, they're probably going to be curious, and they're going to want to at least give you a shot and buy from you once. Just keep these things in mind whenever you go to speak with a chef. Kind of feel them out and decide, are they going to be a good partner, and is that partnership going to work long term? I went to this one restaurant this one time, and it was a restaurant that I've been working with for a really long time. And the chef was going to open up a new restaurant, and he told me that he was going to be opening a new restaurant, but he didn't tell me when. And so one day I went in to do the delivery and he wasn't there anymore. And instead the owner was there, but the owner's from like LA. He doesn't even live here. Whenever they get into a bind, he comes in, he'll train the chefs and do his part, you know, but he didn't know me from Adam, you know, he didn't know who I was. So whenever I came in there, he was on the line and he was training the new chef that was there. And he looked up at me and he didn't know who I was. And he looked at me for a second like, yeah, I'm busy. And I was trying to tell him like, hey, I'm the microgreen vendor. And I went to reach my hand out to try and shake his hand. And he told me, just put the greens on the line and get the F out. And like, man, like I've never had that happen before, but whenever you go to meet with a chef, you really need to be ready for anything. This industry takes thick skin, and whenever you go to talk to people, you know, just be ready. It might be a good response, it might not be a good response, but you know, we take it on the chin and we keep on moving. Let's take a look at what we got growing today. So we got a couple trays of arugula right here. We're doing a couple tests with those, trying to get the density right in the airflow. We've been working with 2 different types of soils, testing that out. We got a whole bunch of cilantro, man. Our cilantro demand has gone through the roof lately. I think we got like about 40, 50 trays of cilantro itself that we're selling per week. Not in addition to any of the other varieties. So our growth has been kind of insane lately. Like I mentioned, we have been in a lot of different kitchens. Yeah, check out this carrot crop, dude. This is awesome. This is going to our chef, Chef Kyle at Glass House over in Durham. Stoked to work with him. But as you can see here, these true leaves are really nice and developed. This is really what they're looking for to bring that nice artistic appeal. These are gonna go really nice with whatever menu item he's got going on over there. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by the grow. If you guys have any interesting chef stories, please post them in the comments below. I know I've got like 1,000 personally, but I would love to hear yours. Also, if you would like to know how to approach chefs, if you want to just tune your approach up, I got the secret sauce. Just shoot me a DM and I would be glad to hop on a call with you. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one.